This Monday morning, the sun steps into Aries, signaling the beginning of a brand new astrological year. Lately, cosmic energies have been intense, and we find ourselves right in the heart of eclipse season, while both Mercury and Venus still in retrograde. While the sun's shift into Aries won't magically erase all challenges, it will infuse you with a renewed sense of vitality and self assurance. Its traditional approaches have been effective. Now is the time to experiment with fresh strategies. And if past setbacks have held you back, this is your moment to rise again and move forward with newfound determination. Now, the weekly horoscopes about Aries. Lately, you have been in a deeply introspective state, revisiting past decisions, analyzing your journey, and perhaps even getting lost in nostalgia. But now it's time to shift your focus back to the present moment. Instead of endlessly weighing every possibility, take action and see where it leads. Overthinking won't reveal the future, but experiencing it will. Your intuition is strong. Trust it. All the self reflection you have done hasn't been in vain. It has built a solid foundation that will support you as step forward with confidence. Let you people know about the weekly horoscopes of Taurus. This week you will need to navigate relationships with patience. There are times when, in the heat of the moment, you find yourself frozen, only to later think of the perfect comeback or the words you wish you had spoken. If regrets about unspoken thoughts are weighing on you this week, remember that it might not be too late. If something has been lingering in your heart, let it out. Speaking up now won't rewrite the past, but it can still shape what comes next, or at the very least, free you from the burden of what if. Now it's the turn of weekly horoscopes about Gemini. Lately, it might seem wise to lower your expectations for the future. You may believe that by making your dreams smaller, you will reduce the chance of failure, convincing yourself that settling for less is the safest strategy. But while this week isn't about taking reckless leaps, embracing a well thought out risk or two could work in your favor. You can't shield yourself from every disappointment, so why not pursue that you truly desire? Now discuss about the weekly horoscopes of Cancer. You may not see yourself as a leader. You have no interest in dictating others' actions. But this week, you will find yourself in a position to influence those around you, not through commands, but by example. When you move through life with courage and integrity, you naturally inspire others to do the same. When you stand your ground and refuse to be pushed around, you empower your friends to find their own strength. Whether you realize it or not, people are looking up to you, so carry yourself accordingly. Let's discuss about the weekly horoscopes of Leo. Lately, the future has seemed more uncertain than usual, and while you may not see that as entirely negative, you have been trying to control it as much as possible. You understand how quickly things can take a wrong turn, and the thought of losing everything you have worked so hard for can be overwhelming. But this week, instead of resisting unpredictability, try embracing it because within uncertainty lies the potential for sudden positive change. Don't be so focused on preventing problems that you overlook the incredible opportunities waiting to unfold. Now talk about the weekly horoscopes of Virgo. You have a tendency to take the blame when things go wrong. But the truth is, not everything is within your control. Sometimes life is unfair, and many of the challenges you are facing are not your fault at all. Recognizing this can help you be kinder to yourself. You have been handed a tough situation, and you are handling it as best you can. Just don't let this awareness turn into resignation. The odds may not seem to be in your favor right now, but remember, the future is still unwritten. Now it's the turn of Libra weekly horoscopes. There are times when you convince yourself that failure is your destiny before you have even given it a fair shot. You may feel it's pointless to try because, based on the experience of others or your own gut feeling, you are certain your effort won't succeed. While it's wise to keep your expectation grounded, there comes a point where you have to take a leap of faith. You might not succeed, but you could, and if you don't try, you will regret not giving it a chance. Let's talk about the horoscopes of Scorpio. You have been trying to be more intentional with your time lately, focusing on planning and prioritizing the things that matter most. You are putting energy into mapping out every day, aiming to minimize distractions and work efficiently. But sometimes you get so caught up in the strategy that the actual work gets delayed. This week, it's time to let go of the urge of perfect everything. Stop overthinking and just tackle what needs to be done. It may not be most efficient approach, but at least you will be making progress. It's a turn of Sagittarius weekly horoscopes. There are plenty of situations where playing it cool is the best strategy. You don't want to come off as too eager because sometimes keeping your level of interest stable can give you the upper hand when it comes to negotiation. However, this week, the best move is to do the opposite. Your enthusiasm is magnetic right now. So, if you want something, don't hold back. Say it out loud. The more open and eager you are, the more likely other will be to offer their support. Some details about the Capricorn. Your friends might urge you to express your emotions in the heat of the moment, but that often feels unrealistic to you. You tend to need time to fully understand your feelings, that you are barely ready to talk about them until you have processed them on your own. There's nothing wrong with that. It's your way of handling emotions. However, this week could be the perfect time to finally open up about what you have been privately working through. Letting it out will lighten your load. Weekly horoscopes of Aquarius. You always strive to communicate honestly and clearly, but you are also careful with your words. You understand the weight words carry, and it's rare for you to speak without thinking first. However, this week's the best approach is to speak from the heart. Now isn't the time to second guess yourself or worry about saying the wrong thing. Deal with the consequences later. For now, just speak your truth and let it flow. Some detail about weekly horoscopes of Pisces. You are not usually the type to rush through life. You prefer a steady, gradual pace, getting things done without the pressure of a sprint. However, this week you may feel an unexpected surge of energy and motivation to move faster and take on more. If it feels right, go with it. Slow down will only frustrate you. This burst of energy won't last forever. So while it's here, make the most of it. Just remember not to commit to long term projects you can't sustain once this energy fades.